Now we'll discuss about kingdom Protista. So this regarding the classification, we have classified all the living organisms into 5 kingdoms. Okay, kingdom Monera, kingdom Protista, kingdom Fungi, kingdom Animalia, and kingdom Plantae. So like this we have classified all living organisms. We have put all living organisms under 5 groups. Okay. So among that 5 groups, now we'll have kingdom Protista. So kingdom Protista are all single cell eukaryotes. They are all single cell eukaryotes, made of a single cell, and they are eukaryotes. We should know the difference between the prokaryotes and the eukaryotes. So prokaryotes, they do not have a well-defined nucleus. That means they are suppose this is a cell. This is a cell. Here this is a nucleus, and this nucleus here it is surrounded by a nuclear membrane. Regarding the prokaryotes, these nuclear membranes will not be there. But in case of eukaryotes, these nuclear materials present here will be surrounded by a nuclear membrane. And also it will have other cell organelles like endoplasmic reticulum will be there, then Golgi bodies will be there, okay, then chloroplast will be there, then mitochondria will be there. So all these cell organelles will be present in eukaryotes, whereas in the prokaryotes these cell organelles will be absent, and above that these nuclear membranes will not be there in the prokaryotes. So this kingdom Protista, it is a single cell made up of only one cell, and their nucleus is well defined. So they may be photosynthetic. Okay, means they can perform this photosynthesis, and some they cannot perform this photosynthesis. This kingdom Protista. Then some may have this flagella, and some may have this cilia. And regarding their this reproduction, they reproduce by asexually and sexually by a process involving cell fusion and then zygote formation. Okay, so the 2 cells will come together in the sexual reproduction, and there will be fusion of the 2 cells, and first their protoplasm will fuse, and after that the nucleus present in them will fuse together. Okay, and then after the fusion of this nucleus, it is known as zygote. So zygote formation takes place. In this way sexual reproduction takes place, and sometimes they also reproduce by a single cell, and that is what we call as asexual reproduction. So this kingdom Protista, here it includes Chrysophytes, Dinoflagellates, euglenoids, slime molds, and protozoans. Especially in this class 11 book, these are included in this kingdom: Chrysophyte, Dinoflagellate, euglenoids, slime molds, and the protozoans. Now let us discuss first about the Chrysophytes. It includes diatoms and golden algae. Okay, they are the planktons. Planktons are the small microscopic organisms which found floating on the surface of the water. They are known as the planktons. They are very microscopic, single cell organisms found floating on the surface of the water. And these cell walls of these Chrysophytes have silica, and the cell wall overlap to fit together like a soft box. So silica is transparent. So when we look through this microorganism, which is made of single cell, their cell walls are made up of this silica. Okay, and then their cells like the soap case, soap box. Okay, you can open the soap box, and then these two half of the soap box, they fit together. Okay, just like that. This Chrysophyte also, it has a shape of it has the different shapes. It may be round or oval, or sometimes it is tube-like. Okay, so many shapes are there, but this cells is made up of just like the soap box. That is two half of the soap box fixed together. Okay, in that way, their body is fit together by two halves, and their accumulation forms a diatomaceous earth. That means these Chrysophytes in the water, they will live, and when they die, then they will form this diatomaceous earth. They accumulate in a huge this amount and form this diatomaceous earth. And this diatomaceous earth is used in different ways. It is used in polishing of these rough substances, filtration of the oils and syrups. Then diatoms are the chief producers in the ocean. So these diatoms, they are the producers in the ocean. That means all other living organisms which live in the waters, okay, they will eat these diatoms. Diatoms are the smallest which live in the water, and these diatoms will be eaten by little bigger these organisms, and then that little bigger organism will be eaten by another this organism. In this way, a food chain is formed. As in the case of the plants, as we know, plants are the producers. Okay, plants are the producers, and this plant is eaten by some other organisms like grasshopper, and grasshopper is eaten by frog is eaten by snake, like that. So here in this food chain system, we can say that these plants are the producers. Likewise, in the ocean, the atoms are the chief producers in the oceans. Okay. Then next is Dinoflagellates. Okay, Dinoflagellate is another this group of this organism under the kingdom Protista. These diatoms mostly marine and photosynthetic. That means they used to live in this seawater, and they are photosynthetic, means they can prepare their own food from the sunlight. That means what? They have this chlorophyll in their body. Those organisms which have chlorophyll, they can manufacture their own food by the process of this photosynthesis. And these dinoflagellates, they appear yellow, green, brown, blue or red, depending on the main pigment present in their cells. See, in their this body, different pigments are present. Coloring materials. Pigment means coloring materials. Because of that different coloring materials, they may appear as a blue, may appear as a red or green. So most of them have two flagella. I already told before that these flagella are hair-like structures. Suppose here is an organism. Here is an organism. This organism will have a long hair-like structure. This long hair-like structure is known as the flagella. This is known as flagella. So this flagella helps in movement of the organisms. Okay, especially in the sea animals, they used to have this flagella and help in swimming. in locomotion. Okay, this is for microscopic organisms. So most of these dinoflagellates, they have two flagella. This is single. Two means, see, two flagella are here. So red dinoflagellates makes the sea appear red tides. So in the sea, sometimes you can see red tide is coming, a very big wave of the water, that which is known as a tide. That one coming as a what? Red in color. And this red sea, or the red color of the water, is due to the presence of high number of this dinoflagellate, so that the sea looks red in color. Okay. And then these toxins release may kill other marine animals. These dinoflagellates, they also produce some toxin, means poisonous substances. These poisonous substances which are coming out from these dinoflagellates will kill the marine animals. For example, fishes will be killed by this toxin produced from this dinoflagellate. There is a poisonous chemical substance produced from this dinoflagellate will kill the sea animals. Okay. Then next is euglenoids. Okay, video is not clear. This is a third one, euglenoid, third group under this Protista, that is euglenoids. So most of them found in stagnant freshwater. Stagnant freshwater means the water which does not move. Okay, standing water. They have protein-rich layer called Pelican, makes their body flexible. So their body is flexible. Of course, these organisms are single cell organism, and their body is not hard. Okay, their body is soft and it is flexible, can move left and right, okay, up and down, and this is due to the presence of this Pelican. And they have two flagella, long and short. Okay, two flagella are present, and these two flagella, one is long and another is short. That is the hair-like structure. Okay. In the presence of sunlight, they perform photosynthesis, and in the absence of sunlight, they feed on small organisms. See, this wonderful organism, that means it can perform both this photosynthesis, means autotrophs, which can make their own food, and on the other hand, they act as a heterotrophs, which cannot manufacture their own food. In the presence of sunlight, they perform photosynthesis. Why they perform photosynthesis? They have this chlorophyll in their body. So since they have chlorophyll in their body, they can perform this photosynthesis. And when there is no sunlight, again, when they cannot perform photosynthesis, that means in the absence of the sunlight, they cannot perform photosynthesis, then they feed on small organisms. That is, they behave as a heterotrophs. In the presence of sunlight, they behave as a autotrophs. So they behave both autotrophs and heterotrophs. So for example, this euglena, this is an example of this euglenoids. So euglena is structure is like this. Okay, this is the nucleus, and then some this cell organelles will be there, like before. Mitochondria will be there, okay, and then chloroplast will be there, Golgi bodies will be there, base cell vacuoles will be there, okay, and many chloroplasts will be present here since they perform this photosynthesis, okay, and then also they have this flagella, okay. So this is the structure of this euglena. Okay. Then next we have this slime molds. Okay. Slime molds, they are saprophytic protists. Okay. They are protists, and then they are saprophytic means which feed on the dead and decaying organisms. Okay. So form aggregate to form plasmodium grows on decaying twigs and leaves. On the dead, these twigs already decayed, okay, these twigs, branches of the trees, and on leaves they live, and they live as an aggregate form, okay, in mass. They live and feed from these twigs and leaves. There is also decayed twigs and decayed these leaves. That's why they are known as saprophytic protists. Spores have two walls which are extremely resistant and survive for many years. See, this group of organisms, okay, when they reproduce, they grow from the spores. Spores are the very minute structures, okay, which help in the reproduction, especially asexual reproduction, okay. And these spores, they have these true walls. Suppose here is a spores. The spores, they will have a true this cell wall, okay, true walls. This cell wall which is present around these spores are extremely resistant, okay, and survive for many years. See, because of the presence of this cell wall, they can live in the environment for many years, okay. That is, even in the extreme this climatic condition, they will not grow. And when the favorable condition comes, these spores, they will grow, okay, and these spores will not die for many years, and that is due to the presence of these their walls. Next comes protozoans, okay. These protozoans, they are heterotrophs, predators or parasites. Predators means which feed on another organisms, okay. So these protozoans are predators, and parasite means which cause disease to another organisms. These organisms live on another organisms, and they will cause this disease. That is what we call as parasite, okay. Under this protozoan, there are four major groups are there. They are amoeboid, okay. This amoeboid, they catch prey using pseudopodia. For example, this amoeba, entamoeba, is parasite. You already know what is this amoeba. So amoeba, see, they do not have a fixed this body shape. They don't have a fixed body shape, okay. This fit-like structures which extends from their body, it is known as the pseudopodia. This is known as Cytopodia. This is Cytopodia, Cytopodia. Nucleus will be present here. Then mitochondria, like before, cell organisms will be present. The plasma reticulum will be there. Golgi bodies will be there. Okay, like this will be present. So when they feed on other organisms, okay, they capture the prey using this Cytopodia. So when there is a prey, this, suppose for example this is a prey, another this microorganisms is there, then they will extend this Cytopodia like this. This side also they extend another this Cytopodia. Okay, and this way they will enclose this microorganism, and they capture, and this one they put inside their body. In this way they catch their prey, and then it is feed. Digestion is done inside. So this is amoeba. Okay, so amoeba comes under this protozoans. So likewise this entamoeba is a parasite, Entamoeba histolytica. They cause this disease to human being also, this entamoeba. And next is flagellated. Their flagella cause disease like sleeping sickness. For example, this trypanosoma. So this trypanosoma structure, let's see. This is trypanosoma. Nucleus will be there. Other cell organelles will be present here. Okay, and then above that they have this flagella. This is the flagella. Okay, this is, so this type of organism which have flagella comes under this flagellated. Okay, so sleeping sickness, as you know, when this trypanosoma enters in our body, and then the persons used to sleep all the time. So this type of sickness is known as sleeping sickness. And another, the third one is the ciliated. Okay, ciliated. This group of this protists, they have cilia, okay, in their body, and to move, the cilia is used to move food into gullet and help in locomotion. So